You literally know that I almost filmed this without a bloody mic. One day, I'll get used to it. I did stop myself. I mean, so that's quite impressive. Anyway, to run you through what happened in Blitz, the results I got from Blitz, we have to go back to 2023. Time jump. Okay. October 2023. I went to Bali for around 7 weeks, something like that, to see what it was like living there, travel, work, enjoy myself, meet people, and I had a blast. My sister came out for the first 2 weeks. We had like a holiday, but then after that, I just cracked on with like normal life in Bali. Training, working in coffee shops, meeting other travelers, and it was great. However, I was staying in basically like a hotel vibe, so I couldn't cook. So I ate out regularly, and by regularly, I mean maybe 1 to 2 meals a day. All healthy food. But as we know, healthy food doesn't mean you can't gain weight. So yeah, I was in a calorie surplus for probably a lot of those weeks, and I gained a few kg. I got home about the week before Christmas. Obviously, we had festivities, and then on Boxing Day, we flew out to Lapland for, again, a holiday of a lifetime. So I got back. It's the new year. My clothes are tight. I take some progress pictures. I take my measurements, and I kind of couldn't believe it. My heart sank. Looking back now, I honestly feel even worse about those photos. Anyway, that's how I started 2024. Feeling shit. And knowing that in mid-February, I was going to be flying out to Melbourne, and it was going to be like summer clothes weather. So I got on it with my January shred. I did about 5 weeks leading up to Melbourne, going as hard as I could, creating a nice big calorie deficit, moving as much as I could, and obviously lifting. I actually documented this in a few vlogs, which I will link in the description if you want to check them out. But at this time, even training in my home gym, I couldn't even wear my go-to long sleeve crop tops because I felt so bad about my waist and tummy area. So you will see in those videos I am training in leggings and full length long sleeves or even sweatshirts. I was covering up. Anyway, the 5 weeks was super successful. I went out to Melbourne feeling much better. And while I was out there, I trained hard, ate really well, but I can't say I necessarily focused on fat loss. Not until I came home. So when I came home, I last minute booked a trip to Ibiza with some friends and decided I was going to do a 4-week shred again leading up to Ibiza. Same plan, same targets. And again, it worked really well. I felt good in Ibiza and I was really proud of where I'd got to since feeling so dreadful that new year. And at this point, I was comfortable. I was happy enough. I didn't really have any big goals, but also kind of didn't really think I could achieve anything bigger. And that was when Blitz came around. So Blitz is run by Jake and Jake under the Biceps and Banter team, started by my coach Dan and also Mike. One of the Jakes ended up coaching me for Blitz. Blitz was a 12-week rapid fat loss program designed to get you in photo shoot shape in just 12 weeks. My camera just overheated. This is going to happen several times. Where was I? Yes, Biceps and Banter Blitz. 12 weeks, rapid fat loss, photo shoot shape. It was the accountability I desperately needed to get to that next level. As you can see from my January shred and for my Ibiza shred, I can manage about 4 to 5 weeks on my own, creating a big calorie deficit, tracking all my food, getting my steps up and lifting 4 times a week. I can't go any longer than that on my own. I cannot keep myself accountable to doing those things. And that is why I got the results I got from Blitz. Having that accountability from Jake literally changed the game. So what did I do? No! Shit. Drop my bagel. I'm taking a bagel break while I wait for my camera to decide to stop overheating, cool itself down. I can't believe I dropped it. Please try and tell me, make your case as to why this isn't the best food in the world, because I strongly disagree. And I'm gonna eat it right now. Bagel coma. Glorious. Right, I'm gonna speed up so she doesn't overheat again. What did Blitz involve? Was it a meal plan with chicken, broccoli and rice and Greek yogurt and eggs every day? Was it low carb because, you know, carbs and belly fat? Was I monitoring insulin spikes or fixing my hormones? No. I had a calorie target, I had a protein target, and I had a movement target. For me, I know what to eat. I know how to eat high protein. That's not tricky. Fitting in my socials whilst being in Sydney, tricky. It took a lot more forward planning. I think that is the biggest thing that I learned from Blitz and that I have been helping my own clients with. And that is sitting down at the start of the week, Saturday or Sunday, picking what you're going to eat, doing the food shop, putting it into MyFitnessPal in advance so you can see what those numbers come to before you eat them. That means I know I'm going to hit my calorie target and my protein target before the day. So on the day, all I gotta do is eat what I planned on eating. Do you always eat what you plan on eating? No. Will there be extras? Maybe. But that is how you hit targets. You don't just go about your day, eat your foods, track them at 11 p.m. at night and go, I'm a couple 100 calories over. I'm 40 grams of protein under. Oh well. No. So yeah, pre-planning, but also then pre-planning for my socials. I'm going out on Saturday night. These are the drinks I'm going to have. This is the total calorie amount for that day. Sorted. And then it was a case of rinse and repeat. And as I said, when I got to about that week 5, week 6 mark, I was struggling. If I didn't have that accountability, I would not have kept going then. My hunger was up, my energy was down, lifting was getting harder, obviously because I was under fueling. That's what a calorie deficit is. That's what fat loss is. And so yeah, once I made it through that week 6, week 7, those last 3-4 weeks were easier. So that was the nutrition side. Simple targets, meals that I actually wanted to eat, and just prioritizing planning ahead. I pretty much went out for food or drinks at least once every single week. Mostly brunches, couple of nights out, and I lost 6 kilos. So you don't have to be a hermit to reach your goals. So that was that. The second biggest thing that obviously helped was upping my activity level. I'm a lazy girl, I'll admit it. I like putting in the least effort I possibly can when it comes to movement that's not lifting anyway. But I had to up my step count. It is the easiest way to increase your energy expenditure, which stretches that calorie deficit even more that you create through your food without putting a lot of stress on your body. It's accessible. Anyone can do it. And so it just makes sense. So I was generally averaging about 13,000 steps per day, and that just sped up the process. Could I have done it on less? Absolutely. Just would have taken a bit longer. In terms of lifting, I was lifting 4 times a week, and I also had a small cardio target, again, to just add a little bit of extra expenditure on top. Never start with a cardio target. Nutrition is 1, steps are 2. Cardio burns a lot less calories and is more intense on the body. That is something you add later. So we've covered activity and food, lifting. So I was following my own program at the time. I'd say for the first half of Blitz, my lifting carried on as normal. If anything, I still got some PBs in there. In the second half, I just really started to notice that calorie deficit, I suppose, and energy levels were lower, and kind of giving the same effort was so much harder. So much so that maybe week 7, week 8 time, I couldn't do my cardio after the sessions. I literally got on the cross trainer and was a bit lightheaded and stuff. Which case, Jake was like, get your carbs up. So we increased my carbs till the end, and that was great. I didn't purposely cut them. My calories were just reduced. But we purposefully increased them, and I did feel a lot better. I actually decreased my protein slightly to increase them, and it worked. So lifting was good, started to struggle towards the end. But yeah, the main thing was having that accountability to make it past week 4, week 5. And I think that's the biggest thing for most women. Most women that I speak to and that I end up coaching tend to give up at that say 2 to 3 week mark. They can keep themselves accountable and motivated that long, but that's when things start to get in the way. Whether they get sick and that knocks them off their routine, whether it's a weekend away, whether it's a birthday, whether it's even just a night out or a social, just something happening that maybe takes a higher priority than a diet that week. It knocks them off, but then they never get back on. They don't know how to. They feel very guilty about having a higher calorie day, missing a workout, not hitting their steps. And rather than just carry on the next day because they've got someone to be like, that's all right, keep going, eat your normal breakfast tomorrow, they don't have that. So they just spiral and think, well, I've ruined it now, may as well carry on ruining it. It's almost an identity thing. I was never good enough to do this in the first place to reach my goal. Therefore, I'm going to prove to myself how bad of a person I am by finishing the whole tub of Ben & Jerry's, by going to bed late doom scrolling, by not going back to the gym, by not going for walks. I'm going to live up to that bad person that I think I am. And so when I say accountability and support is key, it's key. So results wise, I lost 10 centimeters across my tummy, 6 kilos in weight, and just felt amazing. I've dropped a dress size, so sadly, my wardrobe is on the blink, particularly my trousers, my lower half. I lost a lot from my hips in particular, and so jeans that I bought in the summer are now very big on me. My linen trousers, even skirts. So I'm probably gonna have to either get things tailored or do a massive vintage clear out. But that's what I wanted, hey? So yeah, that leads us up to the photo shoots. I say plural, I did the Blitz photo shoot, which was so much fun in Nottingham. And then I did my own photo shoot alongside my clients in London. Here's some photos. I've never been in this kind of shape and it felt amazing. And now here I am in Jan of 25, looking to just keep building on it, to be honest. I've signed up to work with Jake now one-to-one, which is a lot more in-depth than Blitz. It's the first time I've had a training program from somebody else and I am loving it. There's a lot of new moves and it's just nice to branch out, to be honest. My main focuses are still my pull-ups, my glutes, especially the upper glutes, and my quads, but I'm just training in some different ways, a different amount of volume, and it's a really nice change. I'm also probably going to be milking the support and accountability side of things. This first week I've already felt a lot more hungry. Obviously, I'm in a deficit, but the leaner you get, the harder it is to fight against your body to lose more fat. And so that's definitely going to be a new challenge for me and for Jake. The leaner you get, the more your body will push back, increase hunger, decrease your motivation and energy levels to not just go to the gym or get your steps in, but even simple things like fidgeting, subconscious movement. You do it all less as a way of your body preserving the energy that it has. Funny little thing, a calorie deficit. So yeah, I'm still working on my goal of having visible tummy definition, aka abs. We're not talking a six-pack, just want a toned tum, you know? But this time I want to step it up a level and just feel amazing in a bikini. As I said, I tend to store the most fat on my lower tummy hip area, so I'm hoping that's gonna go down. Along with my ultra stubborn arms. My upper arms, I just want to see a bicep, man. So that's the plan. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. And if you want to get involved in a 8-week rapid fat loss program designed for women like you and me, my Karma program will be returning in February. I'll be chatting more about Karma on the other vlogs, so keep an eye out for that.